Hi, my loves. Welcome back to Smoothberry and welcome to day 7 on our 10-day journey to attracting love. We have come so far together this week, peeling back layers, setting intentions, and aligning with the love that you want. But today, we are diving into something deeper. We are talking about the art of receiving love. Love is not just about giving, it's also about letting yourself receive. And while that sounds simple, it can often be the hardest part. And why is that? Because when we've been hurt, rejected, or let down before, our instinct is to protect ourselves, to build up walls, to keep love at arm's length, even when we are craving it. On a more subtle level, this might look like hyper-independence and making sure that you leave no needs unmet that you can't handle yourself. So let's dig a little deeper into why you might be blocking love. Take a moment to reflect. Why is it so hard for us to finally open up to love when it arrives? There is the fear of vulnerability. Love requires you to be seen, truly seen. And if you've been hurt before, that kind of openness can feel really raw and risky. Vulnerability feels like handing someone a fragile piece of yourself and hoping that they won't break it. Maybe you've been ghosted in the past, so now you don't respond to texts too quickly or express your true emotions to avoid looking too eager. Or you keep conversations surface level so no one gets too close. There's also a very real fear of owing them something in return. Now, this is a tricky one, because for some of us, accepting love or kindness feels complicated because it creates a sense of obligation. You might think, if I let them love me, will they expect something from me that I'm not ready to give? This fear can lead you to reject love, not because you don't want it, but because you're scared of what might be expected of you in return. Say a friend offers to help you move, but you say no because you're worried they'll expect a favor later, even though they genuinely want to help. Or you decline a date because you're afraid of the expectations that might follow for the end of the night. Another reason we might block love is feelings of unworthiness. Deep down, you might wonder, do I really deserve this? Or am I enough? These thoughts can quietly sabotage your ability to let love in, leaving you stuck in a cycle of self-doubt. What is the cost of all of this? Blocking love ultimately isn't just about keeping people out. It's also keeping yourself from experiencing the fullness of life. When you resist receiving, you miss out on moments of connection that could transform your life, and you'll send mixed signals to the universe, creating a pattern of inconsistency in your relationships. The good news is you can change this. And the first step to changing it is knowing that allowing yourself to receive love might feel self-serving, but I am here to convince you that allowing yourself to be loved is actually one of the most generous and connective things you can do in a relationship. Love needs to flow both ways. When you let someone love you, when you allow them to show up for you, care for you, and support you, it sends a powerful message. I trust you, I value you, I need you in my life. And that act of trust makes the other person feel deeply loved in return. Humans crave being needed. It's part of how we build connection and intimacy. Think about the last time you've ever done something kind for someone and have seen how much it lit them up. It probably made you feel amazing as well. That's because giving love is just as fulfilling as receiving it. So when you shut yourself off from receiving love, you unintentionally rob the other person of the joy and meaning they feel by being able to care for you. Now, self-sufficiency is an incredible strength. It shows resilience, independence, and confidence, but like any strength, it has its limits, especially in relationships. When self-sufficiency becomes a wall, it can send the message, even unintentionally, that you don't need anyone. And here's the tricky part. A partner who feels like they aren't needed may start to feel disconnected, unimportant, or even unloved. Relationships thrive on mutual reliance. It's not about losing your independence, but it's allowing space for some interdependence. Some examples of where this self-sufficiency will limit your connection and limit your chance of building love is, first of all, not asking for help. Maybe you're so used to handling everything on your own, but when you always say, I've got it, let me do it, it's okay, I'm good, I'm fine, then your partner might feel shut out or unnecessary. Like, why are they even there? Second, if you keep downplaying your struggles, for instance, you never share about your challenges of the day or your vulnerable moments, then your partner doesn't get the chance to support you emotionally, which is a key part of intimacy. Why is allowing yourself to receive love so powerful? Well, when you let someone love you, it creates a balance. You are showing them that you trust them enough to lean on them, and in doing so, you make them feel valued, significant, and connected. So when you accept their help, they feel appreciated for stepping up. When you express your needs, they feel like they're trusted with your inner world. When you let them spoil you or surprise you, they feel joy and pride in bringing you happiness. And what's extra important is not only does it show them their value, but it shows them your value. The more you let someone shower you with their love, the more it shows them that you know that you're worth it. So here are a few ways to start opening yourself up without feeling like you're losing your independence. Number 1, ask for small things. Even if you're used to doing it all, start small. Can you help me carry this? Can you give me advice on something? I would love to get your thoughts on this. This creates space for connection without feeling overwhelming. Second, let them into your world. Share something vulnerable, even if it's uncomfortable at first. I've been feeling stressed about this lately. Or I'm struggling with this interaction with a friend. Can you give me some advice? Third, it's to receive without guilt. If they offer to do something kind for you, resist the urge to say, "Oh, you don't have to. Oh, don't worry, I got it." Instead, say, "Thank you, that means a lot." Allowing someone to care for you creates a stronger bond. Really let yourself simmer with that warmth and express your gratitude freely. And finally, reframe what need means. Needing someone does not mean you're weak. It means you value them and yourself enough to let them play an important role in your life. There's a beauty in being needed, so when you let someone love you, you create a partnership. If you start putting this into practice and it still feels uncomfortable, unnatural, and counterintuitive to you, then don't worry, you're not broken. There's a reason behind this. From a psychological perspective, your resistance to receiving love is from your brain's fear circuitry being activated. When you experience vulnerability, your amygdala, this is your brain's alarm system, it kicks in, signaling potential danger. Your brain is trying to protect you from perceived harm, even if the threat is simply the discomfort of opening up. Over time, this creates a pattern in your brain called neural pruning. The more you avoid love or connection, the stronger these avoidance patterns become. So your brain wires itself to associate love with danger. But here's the good news. Obviously, you can rewire your brain. We've spoke about this before. Through intentional practices, you can create new pathways that link love to safety, joy, and trust. Lean into that discomfort. Notice that every time you challenge it by doing any of the 4 tips we spoke about earlier, you are rewiring that brain. So the next time someone compliments you, pause. Take a deep breath. Respond with "thank you, that means a lot to me." If someone offers to help, whether it's carrying a bag or lending an ear or opening a door, accept it with grace. The next time someone shows you affection or kindness, pause and remind yourself, it's okay to receive without giving back immediately. Healthy love is not transactional. It's freely given. And at the end of the day, practice reflecting on any moments where you felt cared for or connected. Write that down, and this simple act trains your brain to focus on the presence of love rather than its absence, and reminds you how safe it can be to let yourself be loved. So to drive today's lessons home, we are going to end with some affirmations for receiving love. As per usual, I will be stating these out loud and leaving a pause for you to repeat them after me. So let's get started. I am open to receiving love in all its forms. Love flows to me freely, and I welcome it with gratitude. I let others help me and give to me because I know I'm worth it. It is safe to open my heart. People love me with no transactional intention. I trust myself to navigate love with confidence and care. Good work, my love. And remember, love does not ask you to be perfect. It asks you to be present. And when you allow yourself to truly receive, you create space for something extraordinary to enter your life, and that is appreciation. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to prove that you're enough. You just have to let it in when it knocks on your door. Great work for today, and join me back here tomorrow where we will be talking about setting standards and attracting the love that actually meets your needs. Until then, stay shining. Bye.